Hi, welcome back again to learn to study online effectively. Today we are here again with me, and we are going to focus on Unit 7, how to share ideas with friends in group. If you are ready, let's get started. Okay, so here the learning outcomes for this unit are: first, you'll be able to share ideas within a group. Second, you'll be able to collaborate with friends in group. And third, you'll be able to allocate work to each member in group. Okay, how about next one? Let's take a look at the outline of our unit. So, the outline of this unit covers topic 1, how to share ideas within a group. Topic 2, how to collaborate with friends in group. And last, topic 3, how to allocate work to your friends so you don't need to work alone. Okay? Well, first, let's think about this before sharing ideas within a group. How to share ideas within a group? Think about this. And why do we need to share ideas? TikTok, TikTok. What should be the best answers? Think about this. Why do we need to share ideas? Think about this and what should be the best answers. Okay, now let's move to the answers. The best products and work often come from team members building off each other's ideas. That's why we need to share ideas. How about next? Let's take a look at the easy tips for sharing ideas because it's very important to build off ideas from each member in a group. So here, there are 3 main ways to share ideas. First, as you can see in the pink, this one, in this pink shape, the first one is that presenting idea well. Okay. Second, bringing up new ideas in class. And third, sharing the ideas on appropriate platforms. That I'm going to walk you through the platforms one by one. Let's take a look at the outline of this. The first method, presenting ideas well. This is the first tip. Look at this. First, find the right hook for your audience. Second, practice explaining your idea ahead of time. Third, tailor your speech to the audience's way of thinking. And fourth, prepare ahead for possible questions and concerns from the audiences. If you're ready, let's zoom in to each item one by one, okay? Now, let's take a look at this one. Presenting ideas well. First, find the right hook for your audience. This one. So this one, what you need to do is that you need to think about a hook because a hook is what draws your audience in. That means you need to know your audience well and you have to figure out what drives them to create a successful hook. For example, maybe you're telling your friend about a great idea for a group vacation. So your hook might be a short description of all the fun outside sports available near the university. So you may focus on the text in the blue highlight that. Let's focus on the outside sports available in the area. This can be the hook for your audience. To let them listen to your ideas after this hook. Second one, practice explaining your idea ahead of time. So before you telling the idea to your friends, you need to practice to tell a story about your ideas. Look at this. For example, if you are trying to you're trying to invite your friend to go on vacation, you need to bring up the idea in a general way first, and then start saying that you've picked a great vacation place for your friends. And then try to finish with an appeal to your friend to come with you. So practice telling story, then your friend will be convinced to go with you. Okay, how about this? Tailor your speech to the audience way of thinking. So this one is about knowing who your audience is. Yeah, who is your audience? Okay, so think about who you're talking to ahead of time. Do they tend to make emotional choices, or do they like statistics and numbers? What do they like to do during their free time? Or maybe they just like you to get to the point. So use this information to edit what you say to them. So try to think about your audiences before sharing your ideas. Okay. Next one in this part, prepare ahead for possible questions and concerns. Okay. For example, if you're trying to get a recycling project for your university, you need to discuss with your friends first, but need to be prepared that maybe there are some possible questions from your friends or some concerns from them. Okay, so this one, you can take a look at this. Yeah, that first you need to discuss how the city will provide recycling bins and how you already have volunteer to help do the work, because your friend may ask about the people who gonna help. Then keep in your mind that the audiences or your friends can ask questions anytime. Okay. How about next method or next way? Is this called bringing up new ideas in class? This one we focus on these items. First, present a positive idea instead of a negative one. Second, bring up the crazy ideas too, especially when brainstorming. Third, discuss how the idea would help the company or the team. And fourth, prepare for some negativity and rejection at work or in the class. Let's take a look at it together. First, present a positive idea instead of a negative one. This one is very good. Instead of complaining about something that's wrong in your group, bring up a way that it could be done better. That way you're offering an alternative instead of just being a negative influence. Okay. How about second one? Bring up the crazy ideas too, especially when brainstorming in group. Okay. If an idea seems too crazy to share, don't be afraid to share it. Even if you're worried your friends will think it's silly, why some ideas might be realistic and creative ideas, but it would never come out if you don't try to speak it out. So don't be afraid to bring up the crazy ideas. For example, your lecturer may ask you for creative meeting places for the next brainstorming. You may say that at the water park first. Maybe other people would like to share ideas too, but you can talk about your little crazy idea first. Okay, and next, discuss how the idea would help the team. Okay, for example, maybe you want to suggest having a small co-working space meetup for discussing about projects. Your friend may just see this as an unneeded meetup. However, you might note that it would make for a healthier workforce, meaning that there is a better work quality. Okay. So here, prepare for some negativity and rejection when sharing ideas. This one, you can take a look at these items by yourself. You can pause this video and take a look by yourself. If you think that your idea is good, but when you propose and people don't accept that, you can follow these steps. Okay, first, if you still think your idea is good and you got an inspiring response from your group, you may bring it up later again. Okay. Alternatively, if they seem to like the idea but were hesitant about certain aspects, you may try to change it a little bit and bring it up again. And last, however, don't suggest it too many times. If you try to talk about this a couple of times and still people disagree with that, you may think about stop proposing about this idea. Topic 2, how to collaborate with friends in group. Okay, in class, collaboration is very important. Look at this. What does it mean by collaboration? It means the situation of two or more people working together to create or achieve the same thing. Okay, so think about this. Because collaboration is very important, I would like to take a look at how you can use the tools for collaboration with your friends. Look at this. You see? What is that? I mentioned about this earlier in the previous unit. Google Jamboard, right? You can use this for collaboration. And this one is the extra one. Is it called Padlet that you also can use with your friends to share your ideas. So need to learn how to use the sharing ideas platforms ahead of time. Try to focus on sharing ideas. Here, you will know about Google Jamboard from this part. Getting to know Google Jamboard. What's it like? I'm going to show you the video, okay? So you will know how to use it in your classroom. Look at this. Is this developed by Google? So if you have the Google account, you can go to the function like this. Go to the Google Jamboard over there. I think you can see it from the video. Okay, so it's going to be like this. In class, sometimes your lecturer will ask you to use Google Jamboard because Google Jamboard has the function that you can put the sticky notes on there and you can write everything down there. So here is the layout. See, you can also change the color of the background. You can use the pen right here. You can say hello to your group or to your lecturer. See? Yeah. And also, this is very important that you can add the sticky note. Sometimes in general education courses, you may need to use Google Jamboard. Here, you can say, hello, hi, my name is Tida. Today I'm going to discuss about this, and then you post. You also can change the color. Look very colorful, right? Yeah, okay. And then you can change a lot of colors here. Also, you can enlarge it like this. Yeah. You can like shift the angle. Also, you can type it in like that. Hello, everyone. You can try to pause this video and try to take a look at your Google Jamboard and try to practice doing this by yourself. Okay, so here is the Google Jamboard. I hope you can make use of this. How about another platform that you can use for sharing idea? Is it called Padlet? Sometimes your lecturers may ask you to share the ideas on this platform. Is it called Padlet? Okay, so we're gonna go to this platform together, how to use it. Actually, this is the website. So you need to go to Google or browser and then you type Padlet. Yeah, the address that you can see from this video. Okay. You need to log in first. Actually, you need to create your account first. I have the account already, so I can log in. Yeah, I use my Google account. Yeah. Okay. So just wait a little more. Yes, this is my Google account. And then when you logged in already, you're gonna see this. You actually can select the layout, for example, shelf or freeform. Yes. You also can change the background as well. Here, look very colorful, very inspiring. You can make it as a shelf like this. See, you also can add the pictures. Right here. You can add the link. You can write your name. Very easy to use. Okay. Or if you want to make your own Padlet, you can click there, make your Padlet. It has a free version, but if you want to be more advanced, you need to pay for subscriptions. Okay, so this is about Padlet, that sometimes your lecturer may ask you to go to Padlet and share your ideas. Okay. And here, the last topic is how to allocate work to your friends. When you are in classroom, sometimes you need to work in group, right? Then if you don't want to work alone, you need to know how to manage the work for your friends, how to allocate work to your friends. So I recommend you to take a look at this definition. What is work allocation? Is it the process of effectively organizing resources and labor to meet the goals of a task or project? It means how you and your friends manage to work together. So you need to allocate this part of work to this friend or this part of work to this friend. Is it how you can work in team? Is it called work allocation? Okay. So learn about useful tools for allocating work. Actually, you can use this one, Google Spreadsheet. I don't know you have used this already or not. Okay, so learn how to use the work allocation to better manage the group work. So how do we do this? Okay, so I'm gonna show you this video again. Another one, how to use spreadsheet. You again can go to your Google account, yes, and click spreadsheet right there. You can share to your friends. You can share the link to your friends. Yes, you can click the plus button and then you will see this table. If you want your friend to work, you can write down their name, that A work on this role, something like that. So student A work on this. Student B work on this. Otherwise, no one is going to work, right? So try to allocate the work to your friends. Okay. Yes. Or another way is that you can select the instance, the one that is made already from Google Spreadsheet. Right there, to-do list, you can change some information to be aligned with your group. Student A work on this, student B work on this. Okay, so actually there are 4 key factors for work allocation. Before you are allocating the work for your friends, you need to bear in mind about these 4 key factors. First, think about the skills needed for each task. For example, this task is for a responsible person. This task is for a punctual person. Second, task priorities. For example, researching is for student A because this is the top priority of the group work. Third, friends availability. When will your friend be free? For example, Monday to Tuesday, student A. Fourth, friends' personal interest. This is very important to ask your friend which part they would like to work. Okay. And here we come to the conclusion. Think about what have you learned so far. So actually, we have covered these 3 topics. First, how to share ideas within a group. Second, how to collaborate with friends in group. And last, how to allocate work to your friends. I hope today unit is useful for you. So see you again next time. Bye bye.